Hey guys, I'm getting a little bit together because I'm supposed to go out with my friend. We're gonna go run some errands and go to Bath and Body Works. So I just put a little bit of my Smashbox primer on. I'm using some NARS Sheer Glow. My color is medium dark 2.6. And I've already pretty much put it on my face. It's a little darker than what I am now because of the winter time, but I paid for this expensive ass makeup, so it's gonna have to work today. But anyways, so I want to talk to y'all. I never vlog, and I was like, oh, today is Friday. It's interesting Friday for me because Fridays these days I work from home, but I barely do any work. As far as for my 9-to-5 job, I work from home Fridays, but my job doesn't entail me doing much, so I really sleep late on Fridays, to be honest. And if they watch this, they watch this. I don't care. It is what it is. Fridays, I usually do a therapy session, my one-on-one session with my therapist, and man, I gotta share this with people. I was actually inspired because I don't know if you guys follow a YouTuber called Octavia B, and she's talking about how she became the woman that she is today, and she talks about depression and therapy, and I was like, wow, that really inspired me because, you know, she really doesn't look like the type of gal that I thought would be depressed on the inside, but I've also had a friend who never looked like the type of girl who looked depressed on the inside, who actually ended her own life. So I mean, there is no look for depression, and as somebody who's gone through bouts of it myself, it's really the Spirit of God who gets me through everything. But as somebody who's also been on a mental health journey and seen a therapist, like, man, that's why I'm such an advocate for it. Because like today, what I went through today with my therapist, I understand why people are scared of therapy. And there's a lot of misconceptions, I think, about therapy. Because what I mostly hear from people when I bring it up, which if you all knew, oh, y'all meeting bad Aunt BB, but if you knew Be Wild, the girl with anger issues, but also held a lot of anger in, the girl who was abusive to men, the girl who was promiscuous, the girl who was, you know, a whole lot of things. Honey, I've come therapy, I've come a long way. Let's just say that. And I gotta tell the nieces and the nephews, I gotta tell y'all, because this, you know, I love y'all. This is my community, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say. So basically, what I've experienced today, I see why people, a lot of misconceptions are about therapy. Like, I hear people that are like, you know, I'm letting this imperfect person tell me about myself. No, honey. If you go to a psychotherapist, they're going to help you reach conclusions about your behavioral patterns. On top of that, they're going to help you cope with life in the moment. Because usually by the time somebody really goes to a therapist, like when I look at myself, I was having extreme pain from fibromyalgia. I was having extreme anxiety from things going on in my family and work. It was numerous things that just hit me like a ton of bricks, and it got to the point where it was physically aching me. And because we all know stress kills. Like, stress has the abilities, it's your reaction to stress and your body reacting to stress, your heart, your oxygen, those things are getting affected. So if you have autoimmune or any type of illness, you find yourself getting so stressed, you're getting migraines, like your body is reacting to the stress. That's what hurts. A psychotherapist is going to give you tools to cope with the stress. So like learning how to breathe. Me personally, I didn't realize I held my breath so much. Trauma. I didn't realize why I did that. So like learning how to breathe, cope with stress, how to react, how to respond and not just react. So like there's a lot of misconceptions about therapists, and it's usually from people who really need them the most, to be honest. And I'll be like, I'm here for you, girl, but I got a therapist you can talk to, girl. I know you need to find one. Please do, in your area, because my community, the Black community, needs it very badly. It's a lot of generational stuff we gotta work on. I'm telling you, sometimes when you're in that therapist chair, stuff is gonna come out of you that you didn't even remember. Or stuff is gonna come out of you. A lot of us, especially people with autoimmune or any type of illness, we hold the traumas, the energy that stores in our body from old traumas can manifest later in life. Not just into relationship problems, but into disease. You done stored energy in your body that you haven't pent up, and now it's a disease. You know, real talk. This really happens in real life. So like, it's critical to get control of your mind to control your body. And that's what a psychotherapist helps you do. It'll help you at least start acknowledging things in yourself. Not somebody who's pointing a finger. No, this isn't that. This isn't even churchy. Like, you need your church if you're in a church, but you also need a therapist. I'm sorry. It's just, they do two different things for the kid, okay? Now, I'm just like really shook because today, like, our address, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I understand why some people is like really scared because of the things that might come up from things that they feel shamed or guilt or hurt by in the past. Cause it's real. Some healing hurts like a mug sometimes. I remember sometimes being in that therapy room feeling like I was having a heart attack based on things that happened many years ago, but my present self was dealing with, because I didn't completely deal with it. A lot of times when we go through traumas, we shut off just so we can survive the traumas. And I'm not gonna get into too many details because I know some of my viewers have been through some traumas. I'm not here to address that with you, the pains that you've been with. People don't acknowledge them because we don't realize that when we were going through it, we mentally shut off just to survive. Like, our brain is amazing. Our brain really wants us to live. So you might have gone through something traumatic and just been straight faced, or you felt like you did a little crying, so that was it. Like, no, your body, then you wonder why a week after that happened to you, you wound up getting sick or something. Like, your body it will go into shock to keep you alive. And so when you're sitting in a therapy bringing these things up because you never brought it up for real again after that, it can hurt. You're gonna feel those feelings that you didn't allow yourself to feel. That's the painful part about therapy. But it's so necessary. It's so releasing. It's so healing. The healing hurts. You'll see, damn, this is why I did this and XYZ and blah, blah, blah. Eventually, you'll be able to come up with conclusions for yourself. And really, your therapist becomes a coach. They're just somebody to coach you through the game you playing called life, you know? So that's why, you know, my therapist, she is a life coach. So it's really awesome that way. I'm just like such an advocate. And let me get some clothes on before my friend comes over.